Hello, it's me again, with a warning. Audio on this one has cocked up again. It's not happened for a while, but there's nothing I can do about it, and I've recorded it and saved over the save file, and it was a very good episode as well. So, just put up with it. I'm sorry, I hate myself. Hello and welcome back to Around The Bloc. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to another episode where you've seen me splash the cash. Yes, after yesterday's episode where we sold Tudor Stan for £8 million rising to £10 million, we've had some money to spend and it's actually been a little bit tricky to spend it. Before we get into anything else though, today is the first of two episodes, double upload day today. So this one's coming out at about 5 o'clock, the next one should be coming out at 8 o'clock, both UK times. You're getting a bonus episode because last week you pretty much completed the challenge that I set for you. This week the challenge is to get to 2,000 likes across all videos that come out this week, and we are really close. So make sure you drop a like on this video, on the video later on, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're new around here for more Football Manager content. But liking videos is your friend right now. You can probably do some maths by looking through the videos that came out this week as to how many likes we've got. You love to see it. We're very close. Hopefully we reach that 2,000 by midnight. I can have a bonus video for you next week. We've managed to bring in two players, which wasn't ideal. I wanted to bring in a few more than that, but a lot of players just didn't want to join the club. So two players that have joined the club are these two bottom players here. The first one from Budapest Honvéd is brilliant. It's Ferencvaros Lengyel. When I first saw this player when we played against Budapest Honvéd, I thought it was Lengyel, and I thought that's perfect, a partnership for Shitty Gel, but it's actually Lengyel. But because, you know, I saw it as Lengyel at first to partner up with Shitty Gel, we are going to just rename him too. We'll get rid of that Frank first name. No one cares about that. We just want to swap the G and the Y around. Lenny Gel. There we go. So Lenny Gel is a central midfielder and he's actually better than Tudor Stan. Tudor Stan we sold for nearly £10 million. He was 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. This guy is 4.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. So he's a little bit better in terms of current ability. Potentially in the future we could be able to sell him on for £10 million or something like that if a club wants to buy him. But he looks fantastic in my opinion. His physicals are great. Mentals where they matter are very good as well. And again, the physicals where they matter, or the technicals, where they matter are particularly good as well. Could do a little bit better in some areas like the long shot and tackling and things like that. But he'll get there. He's only 21 years old. He'll improve. So Lenny Gel, welcome to the club. It's great to have you here. We bought him for £1 million. And then from Steaua Bucharest, we brought a centre-back for £1.3 million, which was a little bit pricey. But he is a pretty decent centre-back. He's 22 years old. Does play for the Bulgarian under-21 team, which is pretty good, but he's 22 years old now, so probably not playing for them anymore. But 3.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. He'll reach that, I think, pretty soon. But he looks pretty decent as a centre-back, the best centre-back we've got at the club, so that was quite good to boost our defensive capabilities. Again, the physicals look pretty good. Mentals are particularly good, I think, and where they matter, the technicals are good. But hopefully he'll improve in the heading, marking, tackling department a little bit as well. Particularly being 6 foot tall, you expect him to be better at heading as well. He wasn't actually our first choice for centre-back, but one of the choices on the list that we had. So we brought these two players in, but if we have a look at the shortlist, I tried to bring in all of these players, and most of them we could actually afford in that £6 million budget we had. If we get rid of those guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players that we could have got, but they just kept rejecting contracts from us, essentially. Before we get into today's games against Ferencvaros and Haladas, who are very tough opposition today, have a look at what we've done in between episodes. You were last here for the agonising loss to Red Star, and they scored in the 93rd minute to go through against it. It was absolutely terrible. We had Dioscure after that and had a 0 draw against them, which wasn't great, if I'm honest with you. But since then, we have played 5 and won 5, which is absolutely fantastic. A 3-1 win over Ferencvaros with Kalmar and Roos scoring the goals in that one. We then smashed ZTE 4-0, 2C Traore and a Bent Biro brace getting the goals in that game. Kapazvar, easy 3-0 win. Biro, Lenny Gel and Kalmar with the goals in that one. We then played a really niche team and beat them 9-0 in the Hungarian Cup first round. And then last time out, a 4-1 win over MTK. Rossini getting his first goal for the club. Mazarin, Lenny Gel and Farkas on the score sheet. So it was brilliant. What it means for the league table is that we are currently third right now. We are 1 point behind Ferencvaros and 3 points behind Dioscure, who have done phenomenally well, winning 5, drawing 3, losing none. We've won 4, drawn 3, and And, oh yeah, they've had an extra game, haven't they? Okay, so we can actually go level on to the table if we beat Ferencvaros today. This is the lineup we're sort of settling on for now. We've got Moreza in goal, we've got Sloboda, Gornek, and that new centre-back, Jordanov at the back, alongside Traore at right back. Djordjevic is occupying that CDM slot, and again, it's making me think we need to sell Dardy pretty quickly because he's on £8,500 per week and not playing games. And the same with our left back, actually. I completely forgot. If we look at Antovsky, he's our backup left back now, and he's on £8,000 a week. Again, it's these two players that are on 16.5% of our entire wage budget. Two players, and we're not in the first team. They have to go in January. I think we've really got to look to sell them just for sake of saving themselves some money. But either way, Rossili and Nigel are ahead of Djordjevic in the midfield, Mazrin on the left, Farkas on the right, and Biro leading the line for us today. Right then, kickoff is upon us, and hopefully we're going to be getting a good victory against Ferencvaros, who are the best team in Hungary by a little stretch, I would say. But Nigel with a free kick puts it in the back of the net, already his 4th goal of the season for, which is absolutely incredible stuff. But great to see him get on the score sheet so early on, and great to see us take the lead against Ferencvaros, who I was about to say are probably far and away the best team in Hungary, I've got to say. They are very good, they've got the best players and everything like that. So beating them would go a long way for our title credentials come the end of the season. Interestingly though, actually, they are the biggest club, but they don't make the most sponsorship money, which is a bit bizarre. Incidentally, I had a double check on our sponsorship stuff. When we joined the club, you remember we looked at that sponsorship table, it said £4.1 million we get in sponsorship money. We now get £3 million less than that this season, which I'm a little bit surprised by. I'm not entirely sure why that's been affected so much, but we have lost £3 million worth of sponsorship money this season, so it's actually a really good job that we managed to sell Tudor Stan for so much money. I know I made some mistakes with that. I forgot to add in like a percentage of future fees and things like that. I forgot to add things in like that, purely because I didn't think they'd accept that £10 million right off the bat, mainly. But well, we've done it now. We've made the money off it, and if he gets sold for more in the future, then we can, be a bit cross about that. But I'm not sure he will get sold for more in the future, if I'm honest with you. But Ben Spyro coming forward gives us a 2-goal lead against Ferencvaros. You love to see it. I'm not entirely sure why we're starting to score goals now, because I know we struggled with that in the past couple of episodes. But since, I don't know, maybe changing back to this 4-3-3 formation style, we've just been able to score goals easily, and Bet Spyro up to 7 for the season already. It took Mazrin a little while to get settled in the club, actually. It took him a few weeks, to the point where I was actually playing Kalmar instead of him for a little while, but he's finally settled in and he's playing really, really well. Unfortunately, our other wing at Farkas has just picked up an injury at the start of the second half, which is fine because we could bring Attila Horvath on, who is developing quite nicely, as we can see, up to 2.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Determination is dropping, but that's because I think the tutoring group that he's in have a little lower determination than what you started with, but it's still pretty high there. Rossili, by the way, is developing really nicely, already up to 2.5 stars of current ability, so he should be a very good player in a couple of seasons' time. Obviously, the other young players that we've got, some are out on loan, some in the youth squad right now, but I want to give them a couple of chances later on in the season to impress. Lenny Gel into Ben Spyro, kills it off, it's 3-0. Surely that is going to be that. Let's try and make some changes now to give some players a bit of rest and bring some players on that we want to see on the pitch. Let's give Dardy a go. Alright, take Djordjevic off. Let's see what Dardy can do. I mean, I want to give him a chance, but I still think he's got to go because of the wage he's on, and it's just a bit too much really, isn't it? And also, I want to give Gita a run out at right back too. Ferencvaros are desperate to get back in this game, but Rossili is doing his best to challenge that. Shoots, oh my gosh, that was a fantastic shot. Keep to make a really good save there. All we have to do now is beat Haladas, and then we should be reclaiming our spot on top of the table come the end of the episode, and you love to see it. Unless, of course, not quite the clean sheet we would have wanted today. Ferencvaros do pull one back for us, but it doesn't matter too much. We've still got a plus 14 goal difference, which is absolutely magnificent. So there we go. Ferencvaros 1, Puskas Academy 3. You love to see it. What a result that one is. But the players have had 2 weeks off now. They should be pretty well rested, I've got to say, and I think we can put the exact same lineup out for this Haladas game, because, I mean, apart from obviously Farkas, will bring Attila Horvath on for him, but the team plays so well against Ferencvaros, I don't really see the need to change it all that much at all. So Horvath coming on there, we'll take Farkas off, bring Chittigel onto the bench instead, because why not? You love to see it. We might take Cortez off the bench actually and bring Kriesh on the bench. He's our young striker, who was here before I joined the club, but he's been doing well. He's got 17 finishing, which I think is absolutely incredible, and hopefully we can take advantage of that when he starts to develop a little bit better. Anyway, as I say, other than that, no change to the lineup at all, so let's submit the team and go for it. Another away game against a team playing in green. We're used to it. We've beaten them 3-1 before. Hopefully we can beat another team in green at 3-1. Again, given the situation, knowing how good Haladas have been at the start of this season, I wouldn't mind a draw against them, but of course, winning the game is preferential. But it has been a ridiculously cagey game so far. Only 3 shots apiece. Only the second half of the game right now as... Are we going to score? Byro scores from the corner. It bounces around the area just a little bit. But it says here that Georgi Yordanov gets the header back into the area. He gets the assist to Ferencvaros. He gets his 9th of the season already. Great goal from us here. Cleared. Good header there from our defender and Ferencvaros unmarked. Volleyed into the back of the net. A great goal for us to put us 1-0 up. But is there going to be an instant reply? Lads, don't let it happen. You hate to see it. Number 3 on the area, unchallenged in the area. Cross in the middle. Crossbar and over. So just taking control of the game after half-time there. So just taking control of the game before half-time there. You love to see it. Just a slight domination in the stats there. They're right at the start of the second half. They've equalled things up pretty nicely in terms of possession and shots there. So any sort of advantage we have has now gone. Sloboda is looking tired. So we'll take him off quickly into the 63rd minute. That's very quick, actually. We'll take Sloboda off for Antovsky. Attila not playing too well, but we're going to leave him on the pitch for now. Rossili looking apprehensive on a yellow card, not playing brilliantly. It's time to combine the dream team of Shitty Gel and Lenny Gel. What an absolute combination of names there. You love to see it. When we've got Shitty Gel on the pitch, of course, he's going to be running the show. We can't lose with him on the pitch. I've decided that now. This day forward, whenever Shitty Gel plays in the game, we cannot lose. But he can't play every single game because his powers have to be recharged and things like that. Like you see, we won the game. We won the game, and that's all because Shitty Joe was on the pitch. But he wouldn't be able to start him the next game because he's got like special powers that have to recharge. Like he's got to be at full peak winningness to actually make sure we win the game. That's how it works. If he's on the pitch and we lose, it's because he's too tired. That's what it is. He can't quite affect the game in the same way. Either that, or he's taken some bets on that game to throw it on purpose. Anyway, a fantastic episode, by the way. 2 wins against 2 really good teams. It means that we are top of the table by 2 points. Fantastic stuff. Right then, next episode, which will be in a couple hours time or so get ready for that one. We're going to play the final 2 games before we hit the winter break. So we'll play Dioscure and we'll play ZTE, and then after that, by looking at things, we've got a nice long winter break between the 6th of December and the 24th of January. So that'll be quite good to play. Hopefully when we come back for the episode after that, we'll have some new players, the ones that we'd missed out on in the normal part of the transfer window, what I'm trying to say. So I'll see you very, very shortly for those 2 games. Make sure you do drop a like on today's video to make sure you get a bonus video for next week. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.